Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Turn, turn.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Into the hands of Pickett. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Jets first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Hall. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
They go right back to Hall. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Miles Garrett coming in for the stop. And goes to the hurry up here.
Angel. 3rd and 8.
Fields on 3rd. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Play action now. It's Fields. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Fields. That's incomplete left side.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
10 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He'll set up the screen here for Hall. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. Taylor going downfield, it's caught. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal.
Green 19,
Off the play fake. It's Fields. Catch made. Touchdown, New York. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he'll be just shy of getting to at least the 20. Bit of a short return as he's out at the 19. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action. Sanders. Flushed out of the pocket. Big gain downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly, you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He's going to try another deep one here. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Sanders now on 3rd down. This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds, too. Great work. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And this one does not go far.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
18 Cardinal.
Throw here, 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 4th down and less than a yard.
60 Vikings. 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll go. It's Sanders. He's got it to his running back. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns finish off their opening drive. Nick Folk now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns start off well to tie things 7-7. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 19, Judge. Tonight.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. Working quickly here.
36-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Fields looking to throw. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds.
16 yards.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They fake the handoff. Now Fields connects with his back. Hall. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Jets 1st down.
First and 10.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
Play action, Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. And apparently he sees no other option than to get rid of it on what is the final play of our first quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
Fields now on 4th. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So second down coming up. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Dumping this one off to Judkins. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Nice gain left side. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards. And that's a Browns first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Running the draw here with Judkins. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Connecting on the slant. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Offense up to the line fast. To throw now is Sanders. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a second quarter lead. Fulcon now to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, jump.
They start the drive at home. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Chip clear.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Looking quickly here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Go.
Fields on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Carson Swessinger. And he's into the end zone. Cleveland with a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
Like you say that, you know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk. It could do some serious damage.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Easy. 19 windy, 19. Alpha.
Fields coming back after the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense to the line fast.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 37.
Fields out of the gun. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
Shotgun snap to Fields.
at the Browns.
Hits his running back. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Jets. First down.
Off play action, it's Fields. He rolls to his right. He's keeping it. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
2nd and 3 now.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields throwing here. Throws caught. And he stops. Give him about 7 on the play and give his offense a 1st and goal.
That's another Jets. First down.
Hall has the New York touchdown. The Jets make it a one-score game before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up for the extra point.
Point after from Pinheiro is up and good. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
21. Jets 14. Eddie Pinheiro.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded at the 7. Good work so far. He's got room. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, Judkins. And this is going backwards. The defense all over that draw, and they're going to lose yards. 3rd down coming up.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
60 Maverick. Panther 11. 18. Go.
3rd and long for him here. Throw left side. Finds Fannin. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. The Jets take their first time out. On 4th down and 5. The offense staying out there.
Hello. 79 Dragon. 60 Eagles.
4th down. Pass coming. Beyond the marker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
18 Cardinal. It's shot 50.
Sanders setting the pass. That one is complete to Fannin. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Dose of the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal. Timeout taken by New York. That's it 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation. Judkins will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Sanders. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns will add to their lead at the end of the half. Folk on now to try the point after. He connects on the extra point try. And the Browns double their lead to 14. Right, ready to send this one away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Angel.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. Buying some time left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. All right, whistles. They've got a timeout. 7 seconds to go in this half.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Here we go. No loss. Green 19 has not. Out.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready, ready.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Dragon, come on. Set. 60 Eagles, 60, go.
With Sanders out of the pistol. Completed to his running back. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
From the pistol, here's Junkins. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. They'll pick up a 34 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Sanders going to throw here on first. And he will have them a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Folk on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns push their lead to 18.
Jets 17.
Right, ready to send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up first and 10.
Here we go, son. Turbo, son. Hey, never mind, Monday. Said hi.
They'll go right side with Hall. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up, too.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a
Just
yard
this.
brings up second and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Track.
Fields looking to throw. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for a New York first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Connects with his back, Hall. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's another Jets first down.
Coming right is Hall. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of a yard.
Play action, Fields. Buying some time right. Drops this one off to Harris. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
This is Ja'Cory Kronsky-Merritt in it for the first time. And this one does not get close. He stopped after 3, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
Off the play fake, it's Fields. Headed out right. And this one swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
To the air on first down, Sanders. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Has a man on target to Johnson. After making the catch, he is decked quickly at the 38. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
First down, Cleveland.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready?
On first down, here's Sanders. Finding Johnson once more. And this will reach the red zone. He takes it down to the 17.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. He brings up second down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him,
It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Volk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns grow their lead yet again.
42. Jets, 17.
Right, ready to send this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Fields out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Third down give to Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Hits him on the out route. Down the left sideline he goes. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. George Pickens the touchdown.
The Jets will
Fields looking to throw this. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there, and they're not going to get to.
42. Jets 23. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Let's go now.
Putting a receiver in motion. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down into enemy territory now at the 46. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns with possession and a fairly comfortable lead as we look ahead to the 4th quarter. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
Come on. Set. Crack all 80. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Ready.
Sanders going to look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on 2nd down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
Second Pirates.
Sanders setting the pass. Working downfield, and Fannin has it. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect. Looking for Harold Fanning Jr. So it's going to be 4th and short. Working across the middle, Brock. It is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
A gain of 7.
They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 12 yards.
70 Rangers.
2nd down.
50. Warriors 70. Ready.
To the air, Sanders. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Go.
2nd down give to Krosky Merritt. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Fields on 3rd. He's got it, complete to Pickens. He's at midfield. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Jets get it back to within 2 possessions. George Pickens the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Pinheiro good on the extra point. And the Jets shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Jets 30. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down. It's It's a gain of 10.
Ready.
First down.
Here's the backup. First throw. That one's complete right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Browns first down.
A gain of 12. First
Let's go
down,
now.
Cleveland.
Black shot 50. Second.
Looking in the air here. Brought in inside the 20. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. And they are going to be in great shape here. Who gets this down to the 6? It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Choke the ball himself for a big run.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Set. Set.
Here's Robinson. So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
At the 6-yard
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Jets bringing pressure, and they got him. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal.
Come on. Set. Set.
3rd and long for him here. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. And the Jets have some new life in the 4th. Jets down by 12. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut.
Play action now. It's Fields. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, New York! The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Here we
The
go.
Jets
Cut.
will line
Setting up to
for a
pass.
point conversion.
And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out.
Keeps the score Browns.
Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And that one won't stay in bounds, but boy, did they need it to. They won't be able to get the football back here. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set. Hut. Ready. Ready.
They're going to pass it here. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Ready. 62 Bulls. Fight. Randy Blackford. Six. Red. Yellow. Red. Green.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. It is caught left side. And it rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
On the ready.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Down. Black 40.
Man in motion here.
Hut. Hut.
He's keeping it himself on the 3rd down option. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
A
can promise you that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Ready up.
After the penalty, offense staying out to try fourth down.
Set. Ready. Yellow. 43. Right. White. Set.
He'll throw it. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And as we play in October,